Yo, what is up everybody? I want to welcome you guys back to my YouTube channel, Talk on the Hemi. If you could, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. I think you guys are really going to like this video today, and I think a lot of you guys are going to find it really helpful. So watch the whole thing and let's head to the car. All right, we are down here at the car, and today's video we are going to be going over, is the 6.4 intake manifold worth it on the 5.7 Hemi? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my setup. So the 6.4 intake manifold, there's my extended intake sensor. I use the MSD box to wire it up. I didn't use the circuit box. I actually jumped on Amazon and got me one of these little fuse boxes, I guess, or whatever they're called. Not fuse boxes, I don't know what those are called, but I used the fuse tapper here, wired all my stuff up here. Got a ground right here, and then there's some grounds down there. So ran my wires all the way through here. I got a ground back here. I'll show you guys which wire I tapped into on the injector. You can see, I'll put it up to it. I'm pretty sure it's the blue and brown one, but I'll double check. And then my actuator here in the rear, if you guys can see that. So yeah, it took me probably 3 to 4 hours to do it. The wiring is the hardest part, so it's not that bad. Also guys, I'll put a list of the parts that I used and the ones that you will need for the swap, and I'll also put the link down in the description. So I'm in a few different Facebook groups for the 5.7 and Mopar strictly, and I've been seeing so many people asking a lot of different questions on the 6.4 intake on a 5.7, and personally I think it's one of the best intake manifolds for being NA. I mean, honestly, it's the best intake manifold for being NA. The 6.1's good for boosted along with like the Edelbrock, but strictly NA, yeah, you got to go with the 6.4 intake manifold. Now, how this manifold works is it has a set of long and short runners that activate at a certain RPM, or power band I should say, and with a tune, this mod becomes super beneficial, and it's a night and day difference. But you will need to have the active runners wired up, and that's what the MSD box and the circuit box is for. But I didn't use the circuit box. Then again, I just jumped on Amazon and kind of made it up myself. So to add on what this intake really does, it keeps the power band consistent throughout the entire RPM range. So whenever you look at a dyno graph and you see those little drop off areas in the horsepower and torque, what this does is it keeps it completely consistent, and it just goes like straight up. You won't see like the zigzag that you usually see on some of the 5.7 dynos. It'll just go straight up, and it's just complete consistent power and torque the entire way, which it's awesome for NA build, especially with a cam. This thing becomes really, really nasty. So I know a lot of people wonder how much horsepower and torque this mod actually adds. This is more of a low-end torque mod. You might gain maybe 5 to 15 peak horsepower, but below around 4,500 to 4,000 RPM, you'll pick up 20 to 25 foot-pounds of torque. And trust me, when I added this mod, man, I was so happy with it. It was a night and day difference, like I said before. So, and when I got my tune, it was crazy, man. It was like a completely different car. These intake manifolds are becoming, a lot harder and harder to get your hands on. Everybody's grabbing them, everybody wants them now. So you can find them on Facebook Marketplace, or there's some websites out there, you can look them up online. Sorry, I'm sweating, it's getting hot outside. But you can get them anywhere from $200 to $600, and make sure it has the actuator with it. You'll have to buy that separate, which could be an extra $400 to $600. So coming back out here to the intake manifold, you can run a stock 5.7 or 6.4 throttle body. They're the same size. I believe they're 80 millimeters, so it bolts right up. I'm currently running a 87 millimeter throttle body, so it's a little bit bigger. I'm waiting to get this thing ported here soon. So yeah, you can run the stock throttle body on that one. Also, if you can't tell, you will have to get you a different intake. So I went with the Hellcat upper and lower intake with the AEM drop-in filter. Paired with this intake manifold, it's crazy, man. The response and the torque down low is just, it's so fun to drive. All right, I'm not sure how good you guys can hear me over the engine, but mine is reading 1 RPM right now, so my car is idling at 1,000 RPM. So you can change it here in between these, so you can click this. So mine activates at 4,800 RPM. It'll activate at 4,800, and it shuts off at 7,000 RPM. So it's pretty neat. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. Awesome mod, man.
Also guys, let me know if you guys want a video on how I did my wiring. I'd love to do it up close and show you guys how I exactly did it, because I've jumped on FaceTime with a few people and actually helped them wire up their intake manifold the way I did it, and it works perfect. So let me know down in the comments and I'd be more than happy to. We are here at the end of this video. The question left is the 6.4 intake manifold worth it on the 5.7 Hemi? Me personally, hell yes. This mod is outstanding when wired up correctly, and it's super beneficial with the tune, with long tube headers, catless, the right intake setup. This thing's awesome, man. So I highly recommend this for the 5.7 owners. So definitely keep your eye out for one. Start saving for one. Yeah, man, definitely pick you up one of these for sure.
All right, that's all I have for this one. I really appreciate you watching. If you could, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make another video up close on how I did the wiring. I will be putting the links in the description for the parts that I use, so definitely check that out. I'll see you guys in the next one.